Welcome and good evening, Fells Point Corner Theater friends and supporters. My name is Barbara Hauk, pronouns she, her. I have the honor and distinct pleasure of serving as the artistic director at FPCT. Tonight, I am so pleased that you could join us for Monologue Slam III, Love is a Battlefield, held this 13th of February in the year 2021. And what a year it has been so far. I hope tonight's competition finds you safe, healthy, and encouraged. We have an incredible lineup of talented challengers tonight, and the winner of this year's Battle Royale will be determined by the careful calculations of our esteemed judges. Our first judge is Sitting Director of Education at Baltimore Shakespeare Factory. She is a theater professional, teaching artist, and creative who's been on several stages around Baltimore City, including FPCT, the Strand Theater, Cohesion Theater, Baltimore Shakespeare Factory, and Chesapeake Shakespeare Company. Here is Bethany Mayo. Bethany, what is your favorite romantic movie, comedy or otherwise?
You've Got Mail.
Ooh, a classic.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Bethany. Our next judge is the Associate Director of Strand Theater Company. She also directs the company Women at the Maryland Renaissance Festival, and she most recently directed Miss Bennet, Christmas at Pemberley at the Strand. Erin, what is your favorite romantic movie, comedy or otherwise?
Hi, Barbara. Last Holiday with Queen Latifah and LL Cool J.
I haven't seen that in far too long. Now I know what I'm going to watch this week. All right, and our final judge this evening is a local Baltimore caricature artist who actually, one of his early illustrations is in my frame, and actor who's performed throughout the city with theaters such as Spotlighters, Vagabond Players, Guerrilla Theater Front, Baltimore Shakespeare Factory, and of course, Fells Point Corner Theater. He is also the reigning champion of Monologue Slam II, Justin Johnson. Justin, what is your favorite romantic movie, comedy or otherwise?
Mine is Failure to Launch with Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson. I believe it was Kate Hudson. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, it's a good one.
Another one on the list. Thank you, thank you. All right, well, it is now time to get down to brass tacks. The first contender to enter our virtual ring is KF Lim. Take it away, KF.
Hi, KF. Welcome to the Monologue Slam. What are you going to be performing for us tonight?
Hi, it's great to be here. I'm going to be performing an original piece entitled Video Message in a Bottle. It is a modern retelling of Homer's The Odyssey from the point of view of Penelope searching for Odysseus over Zoom. Telemachus, honey, please just go and brush your teeth, okay? Mommy will be there in a second to tuck you in, right? Oh, and nurse, if you ever use the past tense while talking to my son about his father again, I will have your guts for garters. You're dismissed. Hi, Odysseus. I'm so sorry to send you this message to your email, but I just tried FaceTiming you and you didn't pick up. And your voicemail inbox is still full. Telemachus was asking about you the other day. Just 10 years old and he shot his first deer. He asked me how old his daddy was when he brought down his first buck. I just had to smile and hug him. I couldn't remember. Helen of Sparta, oh, excuse me, Helen of Troy, little hussy, visited today, and she mentioned that Menelaus and Agamemnon may stop by, try to broker some trade agreements now that they're home. And I realized, I don't know where you put our marriage contract. I need to know which funds are part of my dowry. You know, the money that I can spend and sign off on. Without you, if you could just let me know where that is, please. People are starting to talk, Odysseus. Things are different now that most of the men are back from Troy. People just aren't as accepting of a woman running things anymore. Telemachus, no, go to bed. 10, 9, 8, just call me back, Odysseus, please. or text me, or email me, or for the love of Zeus, Odysseus, send me a goddamn smoke signal. I don't care, just something, anything that lets me know I'm not just talking to your ghost. Thank you. Thank you.
KF,
Yes.
that was a really great choice for you.
Thank you.
I think that I personally love those fun updates on the classics. And this had a nice kind of juxtaposition between her trying to keep it together and completely losing it. And I think you executed that beautifully. Great job.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been really drawn to the Odyssey lately because I feel like all of us feel like Penelope during this pandemic because we're just sitting around and we don't know if we're actually stupid for waiting for normal to come back or if we just need to move on. So been really identifying with her lately.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, Lewis.
Hello.
Hi. What are you going to do for us today?
Okay. Am I live? Is this the thing right here?
It's the thing. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah. My name is Lewis B. Murray. This is a piece from Jitney, the character of Becker, having a conversation with his son.
Brilliant. Well, I'm excited to see it. Go ahead when you're ready.
I kept seeing your face at your mama's funeral. How you stood there, never shed a tear, stood there with a scowl on your face. And now you want to come in here and ridicule me because I didn't knock Mr. Rand on his ass. Well, you want to know why? No, I'll tell you why. Because I had your black ass crying to be fed, crying to have a roof over your head, to have school clothes on your back, lunch money in your pocket. That's why. Oh, I done what I had to do. I swallowed my pride and let them mess all over me all the time saying, oh, you bastards got it coming. Look out. Becca's boy ain't gonna take this shit. Oh, you ain't gonna fuck over him. Well, watch out for Becca's boy. Becca taking this ass whooping so his son can stride through this shit like Daniel in the lion's den. Watch out for Becca's boy. And what I get, huh? I get a murderer. That's what I get. And the way your mama loved you, you killed her. You know that. You a double murderer. That woman took sick the day the judge sentenced you. And she ain't never walked or said another word or ate another thing for 23 days. She just laid up in that room until she died. To hear the judge say that the life she brought into this world was unfit to live, that you be remanded to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections at Western State Penitentiary and there to be executed in an electric chair in 30 days. That's what killed her. Where were you, Mr. Murderer, Mr. Unfit to live among society? Where were you when your mama was dying, calling out your name? You're my son. But from now on, you just another nigga on the street. Insane.
Wowza. Oh boy, what a great choice. So timely. So I have just a minute, really. So I want to commend you. The commitment, you jumped right in. We knew exactly where you were. We were on the ride. And I love that. Justin, do you want to chime in or throw it to another judge?
Yeah. I just want to say, really powerful. I loved your commitment to it. I think if you were to take any kind of direction, I'd like to see a little bit more peaks and valleys with the emotions. I know you only have 2 minutes, but like you can, take a breath every now and again, so we can see a little bit more emotion. But you went in full speed, and I gotta commend you for the commitment to it. So well done,
Lewis.
Yeah.
I held my breath for the last 15 seconds, my friend. That was hard to watch in a good way. Thank you.
Welcome. All right.
Hi, my name is Nate Krimmel, and I'll be performing a piece I wrote called 214.
Okay, great. Thanks, Nate. Looking forward to it whenever you're ready.
I fucking hate Valentine's Day. I've been single for 5 years. You say that to people and they just stare. You can feel the transition from awkward to pity to disinterest. Should I exit the conversation or drop a platitude? That must be hard. It happens when you aren't looking. You must feel tired. Are you okay? Let me show you a picture of my hypoallergenic schnauzer. You half expect them to ask if you've been to the doctor. Maybe he can help. Yeah, doc, I've been single for 5 years, spending an inordinate amount of time on my phone, using dating apps, comparing myself, daydreaming about my future, and could you just refill my Xanax? I kid. It's unnecessary. We don't need a Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is only celebrated so much because we have to have an onslaught of holidays. Can you imagine if we didn't have a major hallmark holiday between New Year's and Easter? What would the economy do? What would love do? What would chocolate do? Valentine's Day is shoved into our mouth with our consent. It's the Sarah McLachlan of holidays. It's unnecessary. We don't need it. Love yourself. It's okay to be Let's go on a date. You can just ignore what I said. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Nate. So I'll go ahead and I'll start off with the feedback. Nate, I gotta say, as a, oh, did he leave? Is he gone?
Hey, Kristen, how are you? Want to introduce yourself? Tell us what you're doing.
Yes, I'm Christen Cromwell, and I'm going to be doing an adaptation of One Less Bell to Answer, A House is Not a Home.
Fantastic. Can't wait to see it.
My friends are saying, one less bell to answer, one less egg to fry, one less man to pick up after. You know, I should be happy, but all I do is cry. Cry. There's no more laughter. Why did you go? I only know that since you left, my life is so empty. And I try to forget it, but it just can't be done. You know, and each time the doorbell rings, I still run. And I don't know how in the world to stop thinking of you, because I still love you so. And I end each day the way I start out, just crying my heart out. You know, now and then I call your name and suddenly your face appears, but it's just a crazy game. And when it ends in tears. So darling, have a heart. And don't let one mistake keep us apart. I'm not meant to live alone. Turn this house into a home. When I climb the stairs and turn the key, please be there. Still in love with me? Thank you.
Girl, right in the feels. My poor little feelings. I don't know how to handle this.
That's what Barbara Streisand and Luther Vandross do to you.
Yeah. Yep, that's it. That's what just the cry, the buckets of crying, the ugly cry too. You got the sip of wine. Well done.
Thank you.
Yes, I agree, Kristen. That was superb. I just the emotion and just the commitment to it. Like I really felt like you were like speaking to me. Like, oh my God, did I hurt her? Like, what did I do? And the use of the wine there, that was brilliant. Well done.
Thank you.
Girl, that was some light 102 nightlight level. Aaron is 12 years old hitting the record button and crying. Like, that's what that was. Like, you had me straight up in my heart. Great job.
Thank you.
All righty, Mike, welcome.
Hello.
And what are you going to be doing for us today?
I'm going to do Henry Clark from Neil Simon's The Out-of-Towners. It's the movie version, not the play. And I think I did put some of the play in there too, but that's what it's going to be from.
All right. Well, we're excited to see it whenever you're ready.
Am I going to see me here? Okay, I guess not. Do I start now?
Yep, you can start whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay. Give you a break. Give you a break? Come here. In the last 24 hours, I've been thrown out of my hotel, kidnapped, forced to tell my most intimate secrets to a group of nymphomaniacs and masturbators. And then I watched my wife seduce a guy for dinner. After that, I was arrested for public urination. And then drugged by my new cellmate, Guido. Now, I have a house, a mortgage, a son in college, and a daughter in the theater that's spending us into the poorhouse. And I've got no job. Now I'm one of those nice, quiet kind of guys that nobody ever expects to crack. But when we do, watch out, baby. And right now, I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I'm angry, and I'm running with the wolves. So why don't you give me a break, huh? Give me a break. Thank you.
Oh, yay. Oh my goodness. So I really loved your play with the camera. You were a little close to us sometimes, you were a little far away sometimes, and it gives us this sense of kind of being on this emotional roller coaster with you, and it is something. Masturbators, oh no. So yeah, that's my piece of feedback, and I'm going to toss it to Justin.
My unmuted, yes I am. Yeah, Mike, well done. I had never really I've never seen Out of Towners, neither the play nor the movie, so I throwing in completely blind, and I gotta say I really enjoyed your direction that you went with this character. It makes me want to watch the movie now because I want to know, like, who is this guy, like where has he been and where is he going in the context of what he's saying. So well done. You've added a new play and a new movie on my must-see list.
Thank you.
It's a very good thing, Mike Moran, that I was muted when you were doing this, because the whole thing about I have a daughter in theater, I literally hooted because you turned into my dad, my dearly departed father, who was so saddened to have a daughter in theater. So thanks for the hilarious monologue and the memories. Great job.
Thank you, Aaron. Nice to see you again.
All right, that was an incredible first half. This competition is really heating up, so we are going to take a 10-minute intermission to cool down. So we will see you in 10. Friends, welcome back to Monologue Slam III. It is time to re-enter the fray. First up in the second half is Elizabeth Ung. Take it away, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good to see you. So what will you be performing for us today?
I'll be performing a piece I wrote, temporarily titled Ancestors and Ghosts of an Oriental America.
Great. Well, we're excited to hear it whenever you're ready.
Oh, little blossom, I don't have many memories of my village. I've even forgotten how to speak Chinese. That was the price I paid to become the Dragon Lady. It's a fucked up but oh so fantastical reality of who Oriental people are. Well, you see, it is the same as it was 100 years ago. If you want to reclaim your role in this society as a Chinese American woman, you'd have to assimilate yourself to the white man's standards. It's ironic, even white women want to become like us. This Scarlett Johansson, this Emma Stone, ugh, these pale women want our dark, small, beady eyes, silky black hair. It's a shame, really. I actually find golden hair to be quite lovely. Well, because you see, little blossom, they only care for the exoticness of the silk, not the laboring our people had done to make it. And I am like that too, you say? I am the aesthetic, an oriental, exotic aesthetic. You called out to me. You asked me, oh, ancestor, I want to know what it all means, ancestor, because my family has assimilated into whiteness and we have all forgotten our heritage. They chose to forget in exchange for a fantasy, a myth, a dream. And I'm sorry to say, little blossom, but this is all I can offer you. Thank you.
All right, Liz. Great job. Great job. It's always wonderful to hear some original work coming from our talents. It was really great. And I especially enjoyed the little jab at ScarJo for
Yeah, always take the jab at her.
I know. It always reminds me when she got cast in Ghost in the Shell, and I was like, nope, that's it. That's nope, done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know. As a person of color, I understand that too. So really well done. Really done. I really enjoyed it. Aaron, you want to take it?
I sure do. Elizabeth, this, I could feel the way, and I know that this is your own writing, so naturally, but I could feel the connection between sort of your heartstring and this ancestor that this character called upon. And I just really think that it's a beautiful representation of the way that we kind of look at culture and where we've come from and that sort of thing. So gorgeous. I loved it. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like the dichotomy between authenticity to your true self and survival.
Yeah.
Like, girl, like I feel that in a different way. So it's nice to hear that spoken about.
Yeah, absolutely. Anna May Wong is like, it's like she's an idol, but she has left a legacy of like a stereotype of what Asian women are. And it's just a fascinating like history to kind of realize like, she was the first Asian American woman in Hollywood, but she's played like very shitty, like, stereotypes. So part of my work is to explore kind of those identities and what it means to be Asian in America.
Well, I'd say you're exploring it. So
thank you.
Marina. Welcome. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are all of you?
Wonderful. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you'll be performing.
Sure. So I'm Marina Jansen, and I will be doing Maria's monologue from La Gringa, written by Carmen Rivera.
Wonderful. We're excited to see it whenever you're ready.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. All the Puerto Rican guys I know, they just want to date these Barbie dolls. Okay, there was even this one guy I was dating at the time. I think his name was Peter, something. Anyway, he was white, but he looked Puerto Rican, and he even dances mean salsa. So they accepted him, but not me. Sometimes I feel Puerto Rican and sometimes I don't. But these past few weeks here, God, I felt so Puerto Rican like never before. It's just so confusing back in New York. My mom and dad never taught me Spanish. You know, I had to learn it in school, like all the other white kids. It's like they wanted me locked in these private schools because they wanted me to be this successful American, whatever that means. And don't get me wrong, I know I'm supposed to be grateful or whatever that I went to these schools, but all I feel is just rootless. I'm like a tree who can't grow without any roots. I have no roots. I'm like a yucca plant. I just got plucked out of the earth for no apparent reason. At least if I was this freaking yucca plant, I would know who or what I was, or at least even where I came from, but I don't. I don't know where I belong. But I need to know who I am. Thank you.
Wow, Marina, that was fantastic. Are you Puerto Rican?
I am not Puerto Rican. I am part Peruvian, though, so I am of,
Okay.
of Hispanic heritage.
Yeah, no, that was a wonderful choice of monologue. I thought it was really rich and had, a great depth of character. We see lots of levels there, and I could tell that you had a real commitment to the material, and it really came across. So congratulations, great job. And I'm going to pass it over to Bethany.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Marina, it was so easy breezy. For a second, I thought I was watching a PSA. It was just so like pure and focused and direct. And it was really lovely to watch and hear. So thank you. Justin?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Marina, when I was watching you, the first thing that came into my head was natural. Like, I feel like she's not acting. I feel like she's just talking about something that has deeply affected her. And she actually, I feel like I'm just sitting here, with a cup of coffee, like listening to you talk about, like, let me just tell you how not easy it is for people like me. Just this struggle with identity is something we all have. Puerto Rican, white, black, mixed, whatever, so to hear someone express that in a way that just felt so natural was really, really enjoyable to hear. You guys are making this hard judge. So, but it was very, very lovely.
Thank you so much. I really relate and connect to this. So It's not that hard for me it doesn't really feel like I'm acting too, like you said, but yeah, thank you guys so much for the feedback.
Hey, Kiefer.
Hi.
Hi. So tell us a little bit about what you'll be bringing for us today.
Sure, my name is Kiefer Cure, and I'll be performing a monologue adapted from the play Millicent Scowlworthy by Rob Handel.
All right. I'm excited to see it.
All right. Do you remember the movie the science teacher used to show us when he was too bored to actually teach? It started with the boy on the boat, and then it zoomed out to the globe, and then the solar system and the whole galaxy. I used to do that. I would be sitting at lunch watching the kids get their milk or their chocolate milk, and I would close my eyes and zoom out so they were just little dots inside the school. Somewhere over the mountains were the cows the milk came from, and the chocolate cows the chocolate milk came from. And if I zoomed out even further, I could see the little girls making all the shirts the kids were wearing. It made me happy. You know, everywhere there were other schools full of other kids all wearing shirts, all drinking milk. Like I was part of some big picture. Like here was a big place. Then when I was 14 or 15, I forgot how to do it. I couldn't zoom out anymore. Here started to get smaller. Now here is very small. Just big enough to hold me and so close around me that it makes me want to scream. I was lonely in here until you crawled in with me. I didn't even notice when it happened, but for a second, I could see it. The fog that clouded the air, the sun sucked it upwards, and I could see the clean earth that remained and the two sets of footprints our dance left in the cold dirt. So I wanted to say, before I went, that I wanted to thank you for making my here a little bit bigger. Scene.
Got to switch my view and well done and turn my mic on, all the things. Okay, you have this beautiful moment right there at the end where you stopped and like you went back and you kind of, I like felt the ellipsis in the end of that sentence, like in my soul. I was like, wait, what? What do you need to say? And to build that kind of anticipation in your audience in just a short time is a real skill. So I wanted to shout out that moment and say thank you for it. And I'm going to toss it to Aaron, actually.
Thank you.
Hey, Kiefer.
Hi.
I thought this was a really natural, beautiful choice for you in terms of a monologue. I felt like we were just kind of hanging out with a cup of coffee, having a conversation, until I didn't, where Bethany was talking about that moment where everything kind of caught, and I could feel your breath catch and that moment, and I thought that was really, really well executed. So great job.
Thank you.
And Justin.
Yeah. Hey, Kiefer, first off, well, great job. I am going to make sure I'm not mute. Okay. I am going to piggyback on what Bethany and Aaron both said. It was, for me, to be honest, I felt like in terms of the delivery of the monologue, it kind of felt like it was just going on one kind of train. But then again, it was that ellipses moment that Bethany said where like you stopped and like caught your breath and then you felt something and you went there. And I was like, okay, all right, now I'm invested. Now I really want to hear what he wants to say. And I really wish this wasn't on Zoom because I really would have liked to see what choices you would have made if you weren't on a screen, but you were live and you were able to actually visually like look at the globe and the galaxy. And I really would love to see what you could do with that. I mean, unfortunately, you can only do what you can on Zoom, but with the parameters that you were given, you did well. So great job.
Thank you.
Hello, Margaret. How are you today?
I'm really good, thanks.
Good, good. And what will you be performing for us today?
Okay, I am going to be doing Tracy from Sweat by Lynn Nottage.
Great. We're looking forward to it whenever you're ready.
So it was just the four of us. You and Brucey, me and Hank. We get invited to this back room club, you know, very, very fancy. Sorry, my timer wasn't going. I'm sorry, I got lost. Is my timer on? There it is. I'm sorry. I'm going to start again, just to be fair. So it's just the four of us, right? You and Brucey, me and Hank. And we get invited to this back room club, right? So sorry, I completely flubbed it. I'm sorry. I got completely lost. So I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go over. So, okay. So we are invited into this back room club and it's very fancy. You know, champagne, buffets, caviar, all this very, very fancy shit. And I'll tell you, Brucey is over at the craps table and he is rolling like a pro, man. He's drenched in luck. He is just, it's dripping off of him. Chips are just leaping into his hand. He is looking really good. And then this chick, legs, ass, boobs, weave. She's given the full service 5. She comes walking up and she settles in next to Brucey. Her breasts were enormous. I mean, epic. I mean, I am not a lesbian, but I could not get my eyes off of her tits. And this bitch is in heat. She goes and she puts her hand onto Brucey's shoulder. It was amazing. I look over at Cynthia and she's wearing the look. Now I know what that look means. Brucey knows what that look means, but this bitch doesn't. So Tits leans over and she just blurts something into Brucey's ear. And that's it. Cynthia grabs hold of her tits and she starts digging her fingernails in as hard as she can. She ends up rolling on the floor. It's these 2 grown women. It was sick. She put up a fight like a pro wrestler. Yeah. And I remember looking at that and thinking, well, yeah, that's my friend. Do not mess with her. She is tough as hell. She will fight for what she loves. I just miss the Cynthia that remembered that. Scene.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you, Margaret. I know we had a little bit of, technical.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Hey, it happens all the time. Don't worry about it. You started again, and then you went for it, and you just went with gusto and gave us a very compelling visual image.
Well, it was something.
It was definitely something, definitely memorable. I will say that. So yes, just let it roll up your back, and yeah, well done. Well done with sticking to it and going for it. So I'm going to throw it over to Bethany.
Ooh, love is a battlefield tonight. Goodness, my word, wrestling. Yeah, there were some really lovely moments when you called the hussy in question tits, just real casual in that way. Like I had a big guffaw. I don't know anybody else, but I was like, ooh, she is not playing. And I love that moment. It was a sweet little catch-in to bring us back to the moment. And just to pick up what Justin said, like I'm a teacher, we're all theater professionals here. We want everyone to do so well. And you got back up there and you killed it. So well done.
Absolutely. Margaret, this was hilarious. You kind of brought it full circle, and I have to tell you, you are masterful at creating visceral images. It really, like, Bethany, I had the same moment you did. Like, in my internal monologue, I was like, okay, which one of my friends can I find a context to call them tits? Because it was so funny. It was so funny. But Margaret, really wonderful recovery. If it would have been me, I would have just turned my camera off. So you're already ahead of the game, my friend. Great job. I thought it was fantastic.
Could you hear the bile bubbling in my mouth as I?
Yes.
No, inappropriate
Yes.
question. Yeah.
No, we're familiar with the panic. Hot feeling on the back of the neck.
Yeah.
Blood throbbing in the ears. You can't focus. Girl, we got you.
Okay. Well, it's a...
Hi, Kathryne. How are you?
I'm good.
Wonderful. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what you are performing this evening?
Yes, I am Kathryne Daniels. I'll be doing Elizabeth Barry from The Libertine by Stephen Jeffries.
Wonderful. We're looking forward to seeing it whenever you're ready.
Thank you. You have no understanding, do you? You comprehend just that I am tired of being your mistress, so your solution is to conscript me into becoming your wife. I am not tired of being a mistress. I am tired of you, John. I do not wish to be your wife. I wish to be the creature that I am. I am no Nell Gwen. I will not give up this stage once a king or lord has seen me on it, and what seeing me wants me for him and him alone will pay a fortune to keep me off of it. I am not the sparrow that you picked up off the side of the road, my love. London comes to this theater to see me. Not George's play, not Mr. Betterton, me. And they want me over and over again. And when you are desired so much, then you can envision a river of gold lapping at your doorstep. Not 5 pounds here or there for pity or bed favors. Not a noble's ransom for holding you hostage from the thing that you love, but a lifetime of wealth amassed by your own endeavors. That is riches. Leave this gaudy, gilded stage. You are right. The stage is gilded with my future earnings, and I will not swap those for a dependency on you. I will not trade my certain glory for your undependable love. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathryne. That was really, really wonderful. It made me so interested to know more about this woman. You know, I know who Nell Gwynn is, but I'm not as familiar with Mrs. Barry. And it really, I felt like your performance was really thought-provoking and you know, it kind of gave me that little seed of wanting to know more about who this woman was. So wonderful. Congratulations. I'm going to send it over to Justin.
Okay.
Yeah, again, Kathryne, right at the very beginning when you just punched right in there, that was a really strong, solid beginning. And then you just had me for the rest of the monologue. Like, it's just 2 minutes, but I was like, I'm just sitting there like, I need to know, like you got my attention. Now I need to know like what's going on. So yeah, and you know, you've always been a very punchy performer, which is really, really great. So I enjoyed that a lot. Again, like what Aaron was saying, I want to know more about this lady and just where she's going and will she be able to get what she wants? And I really, really enjoyed it. So great job. And Bethany?
Oh yeah, hello.
Hey.
Good morning. That is such a interesting love, right? We're battlefielding on the field, and that's one we haven't heard yet today. And I loved it.
Thank
You know,
you.
speaking of as an actress talking to your lover, you know, me or the stage. Maybe you don't want to throw that ultimatum out, so you might not like it. Yes, very well done. I hope you're proud of yourself and congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, Melvin, how you doing?
Hello, how you doing?
We're doing good. How you hanging in? Good?
Pretty good. Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Perfect. Tell us a little bit about the piece you'll be performing for us today.
I was performing August Wilson's Seven Guitars. We playing Floyd Schoolboy Barton.
All right. Whenever you're ready, we'd be delighted to see it.
Okay. Can y'all see me, or it just?
Yep, we can see you just fine.
Okay. I had 7 ways to go. Cut that down to 6. I say, let me try one of them 6. Should they cut it down to 5? Every time I push, they pull. They cut it down to 4. I say, look, what's the matter? Look, everything can't go wrong all the time. They cut it down to 3. I say, yeah, look, 3 better than 2. I really don't need but 1. They cut it down to 2. See, I'm going to Chicago. If I gotta buy me a graveyard and kill everybody I see, I'm going to Chicago. I don't want to live my life without. Everybody I know live without. I don't want to do that. No. I want to live with. I don't know what y'all think of yourselves, but me, no, I think I'm supposed to have. Whatever it is, have something, have anything. My mama lived and died and she ain't had nothing. If it ain't nothing but peace of mind, then look, let me have that. My mama ain't had 2 dimes to rub together, but 1 stick she had to do without the side. It's a cold world. I don't want to live in a cold house. Let me have some shelter from it. See, Floyd Barton is going to Chicago. Floyd Barton is going to make his record. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. No, thank you. Thank you. What I want to say about your piece is that you had a really comfortable and conscious use of silence, and using the silence to build the tension. And that was very well done, very masterfully worked. And I want to commend you on that. And I'm going to toss it to Justin. You're welcome.
Yeah, Melvin, 7 Guitars is one of my favorite August Wilson plays. I love it. And I loved the way you handled it, the way you allowed yourself to take those beats, even in the time frame that you had. I really enjoyed how natural it felt, how it felt like you were having a conversation with me about a Black man in the midst of struggle and still being like, I'm going to Chicago. I'm going to Chicago. You know, a Black man with a dream, and he's going to go for it no matter what. He's going to Chicago. You made me feel that, and I have to commend you for that. So great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Melvin, I thought this was beautiful. I really did. I think that if I had one teeny tiny little thing to pick on, it would be that I want you to get a stand to put your phone on because I want to see those beautiful expressive eyes more than I did. But there was a point where I felt myself being lulled by the timbre of your voice. And
Okay.
that's a really powerful instrument to have. So congratulations, you did a really great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So,
All right, that was our final contender of the evening. We are going to announce the winners live in just a moment, so please stay tuned while our official scorekeeper and Bad Mama Jamma finalizes those tabulations.
Hello, my name is Eladrian Wetzel, and I am the official scorekeeper for this evening's presentation. And total number of points that you can get is 45 points. Let's see, the third place winner, who did a wonderful job, she scored a total of 43 points, and that is Kathryne Daniels. Kathryne, congratulations, you win $25. Yeah, don't spend it all in one place. For the second place winner, who gets $50, that goes to the incomparable Christen Cromwell with 44 points. But there's a difference between 1 point between the two of them. Crazy. And then first or last, certainly not least, the winner of this year's Monologue Slam is the wonderful, the magnanimous, the beautiful Elizabeth Ung with 45 points, perfect score. And Liz, you get $100. So congratulations for everyone who participated, and congratulations especially to the first, second, and third place winners.
Awesome. Wow. The judges absolutely had their work cut out for them if the winners are separated by only a point. That means we had an incredible lineup this evening, which we all saw with our very own eyes. So I want to say just a few more thank yous to round out our evening. Thank you to, again, all of the competitors for Monologue Slam 3, including our 3 winners. And thank you to the judges, Erin, Bethany, Justin. Your eye is impeccable, and we are so grateful to have your talent with us in the room. I want to say a special thank you to our official scorekeeper, Eladrian Wetzel, also who helped to do a lot of the planning for this evening. Another special thank you to Chris Flint, who ran all of the mind-boggling tech behind the scenes. So a huge, huge thank you to him. He also did a lot of the social media posts and a lot of the planning leading up to this event as well. And then also a huge, 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 huge thank you to you. We at Fells Point Corner Theater could not do any of the things that we do without the love and support of audiences just like you. So in the spirit of, I guess, tomorrow's holiday, I just want to say we miss you, we love you, and we can't wait to see you again. Thank you and have a great night.